Hallo, ihr Brettkarten- und Tabletop-Spieler. Hello, fellow board gamers. Hier ist Marcel von den Herren der Spiele. This is Marcel from your Lord of the Boards. And I do have a special guest tonight. It is Alex from Spielcraft Games. Hallo, Alex. Nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
Alex, you are running a Kickstarter campaign at the time. Alex von Spielcraft Games haben gerade eine laufende Kickstarter-Kampagne für ihr Deckbaukartenspiel For Glory. You are running a Kickstarter campaign for the For Glory expansion. And today we are here to give a short introduction in the game. So I am really interested in the game. I contacted you that you can show me something about the game and of course the expansion. Alex wird uns heute etwas über das Spiel und die Erweiterung von For Glory erzählen. Alex, it's your turn now. What is For Glory?
For Glory is the game of gladiatorial combat and deck building. You play as a gladiator school owner in ancient Rome, and the object of the game is to have the most glorious gladiator school, of course. So you get glory by winning arena battles. Every round is split into two phases. There's the machinations phase, in which you are building your gladiator school, known as a Ludus, in the lead up to the gladiatorial games. And then the second half of every round is the arena phase, where your gladiators actually fight each other. And then, depending on player count, you play a certain number of rounds or to a certain amount of glory in order to determine the winner.
Okay, I will try to translate in German. For Glory, das ist ein Arena-Kampfspiel, alles im Sinne von Spartacus. Es ist ein Deckbaukartenspiel. It's for 1 to 4 players or 2 to 4 players?
1 to 4.
1 to 4. So, es ist auch solo spielbar. Das Besondere bei dem Spiel ist, dass es verschiedene Spielphasen gibt. Es gibt eine Machinations-Phase, in der man seinen Ludus aufbaut. Ihr kennt das alle von Spartacus. Ein Ludus ist eine Gladiatorenschule, wo wir versuchen, die besten Gladiatoren anzuwerben, die auszurüsten, auszubilden und dann in der zweiten Phase schmeißen wir die ganzen Gladiatoren in die Arena, wo sie miteinander kämpfen um Sieg, Blut und Tod. Okay, how do we proceed, Alex?
Well, we actually have it set up in Tabletop Simulator for a 4-player game.
Ein Vierspielerspiel?
And I've never actually used Tabletop Simulator before, so I'm not really sure exactly what I'm doing in this program. But we can just play with the two player setups on the right side, I think.
On the right side, ja, okay. Alex hat hier ein Spiel für 4 Spieler gerade aufgebaut. Das war so voreingestellt. Wir spielen aber hier mit den beiden Setups auf der rechten Seite, sagt er. Ja, okay.
And actually, for a 2-player game, we'll want to take a couple of extra arenas out here. And each round will actually have 3 arenas to place our gladiators into.
So the cards you are putting there now, these are the arenas. Faleri Novi, Scythopolis, Casinum, das sind die Arenen, in denen gekämpft wird, ja?
And I guess I can go ahead and just take the first turn and we can just jump into a game instead of explaining all the rules up front.
Ja, great, of course, ja. Wir werden gleich in das Spiel reinspringen. Alex wird mir das on the flight erklären. Ja, danke.
I'll go ahead and give you this crowd's favor token, just because you're going to take the second turn.
Ja.
And then we can go ahead and shuffle our starting deck. I think they're actually already shuffled from when I loaded the game.
It's 14 cards, ja. I hit shuffle. Die 14 Karten, die werden jetzt geshuffelt. The starting deck, Alex, is symmetric. It's the same for both of us?
Yes. And actually here on the, what's the left side of the screen for me, has 5 sets of champions. And these are kind of variable player powers in a way. We can play with or without them, but you would start the game with one of these unique champions in your deck too, which makes the starting decks a little bit different.
The Gladiator champions are from the current expansion, correct?
Correct.
Ja. In German. Normalerweise starten wir alle mit einem symmetrischen, also mit dem gleichen Kartendeck hier mit 14 Karten, die wir jetzt gerade gemischt haben. Diese Gladiatoren-Champions, die ich euch jetzt hier gerade auf der rechten Seite zeige, die sind jetzt von der gerade laufenden Kickstarter-Kampagne und ja, die lassen wir jetzt erstmal an der Stelle beiseite. Alex, I think we will put them aside for the first try now and we will just do the normal game.
Sounds good. And now, you'll just start the game by drawing 7 cards from your deck.
Okay, wir ziehen 7 Karten. So, draw 1.
And during the machinations phase, you'll just be able to play all the cards from your hand every turn. And I also almost forgot, we'll want to start the game with 5 of these coin tokens each.
Jeder von uns bekommt 5 Münzen und wir ziehen zu Beginn des Spiels 7 Karten. Ja, 7 cards, okay. I'm not the table simulator hero as well. Yeah?
So, I'm not sure if I give you 5 coins, but I meant to. I'm not really sure.
I think it's 1. It's 1. I will...
Oh, that's 1. Looks like I have a stack of 5 here.
Stack of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 coins. Now I have 5 coins, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so there's this supply here in the middle, and you can buy cards to add to your deck, and there are 3 different decks. This row here is the economy deck. This is a way to get you more money. It gives you patrons, which is a type of card that gives you influence.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm hearing my echo, so that's kind of throwing me off. But influence is a resource that you need to be gladiators. The middle deck here is all gladiators, which ultimately win or lose battles. And then the training supply deck is all action cards that your gladiators can perform during combat.
Okay. In der Mitte sehen wir die Marktauslage, so nenne ich die jetzt mal, und es gibt hier 3 Reihen. Wir haben einmal das Economy Supply Deck, da liegen die Patrone aus und die Patrone, die geben mir Einfluss. In der Mitte haben wir das Gladiatoren Supply Deck. Hier sind dann die Gladiatoren, die im wahrsten Sinne des Wortes die Schlachten austragen und eben dann auch gewinnen oder verlieren. Und ganz in der unteren Reihe haben wir das Training Supply Deck. Da haben wir eben Taktiken oder Reaktionen, ich denke auch Waffen und so weiter, mit denen wir unsere Gladiatoren verstärken können, ausrüsten können. Ja, okay, wonderful. Go on, please.
So, alright, I'll just go ahead and take my turn. I'll first start by playing a patron card, which will stay out for the rest of the game in my villa there, next to my player board. And right now it's granting me 1 influence. And some of the gladiators that you see in the supply have an influence cost in the top left corner.
I see,
which is the same symbol that's on that patron.
All of them, I see. All of them have 1 influence.
Yep, and some of them actually have 2 influence, but you'll need those patrons to get gladiators eventually.
Yeah.
I'll also play this gladiator here, and I can play it into one of these 3 arenas. Sorry, these 3 arenas kind of are set up in a kind of awkward way. I'll just move this over a little bit.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's just going to snap to that location. That's okay. So Andabata is now in this arena here. And so if you place a gladiator in this arena, then they will fight each other. But if you decide to place your gladiators over here, then that'll actually be a separate arena battle. And we'll fight either 1 or 2 arena battles at the end of this round.
Okay.
And then I have 5 coin cards to spend from my hand.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and spend 1, 2. Sorry if there's a fast way to do this.
Yeah, it's okay. I will stop you if I can't follow.
Okay.
And from time to time I will translate.
Cards.
Yeah.
And the bottom right corner of this card has the coin cost, which is 4. Is there a way to show this card easily?
Every time you are talking, I highlight the card so everybody sees it. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. So I'll go ahead and move this to my discard pile as well.
Yeah.
And now I've purchased that card. I have 1 coin left in my hand, so I'll go ahead and spend 1 coin, and I'll try to spend one of these.
Split. You can right-click on the stack and then split.
Okay, so I'll spend 2 of those coins.
Yeah.
So for a total of 3, and I'll buy this tactic card, which I'll also put in my discard pile.
Okay, please let me sum it up in German, so that everybody can follow. Was Alex getan hat zuerst, hat er diesen Crooked Senator, den Patron, in seine Villa gelegt. Der produziert, so nenne ich es mal, oder generiert einen von diesen Einfluss-Token. Ihr seht an den Gladiatoren, dass die, hier sind die Gladiatoren, links oben, dass die Einfluss benötigen. So, und jetzt hat er also einen Patron bei sich in der Villa liegen, der das ganze Spiel aufgedeckt liegen bleibt. Die zweite Karte, die Alex gespielt hat, ist Andabata, den Gladiator, den habe ich euch jetzt mal hier gehighlightet, und den legt er sofort in eine der 3 Arenen. Er hat sie jetzt in die Faleri Novi Arena gelegt. Alex hatte dann noch einige Geldkarten, 3 Stück, 3 von den Geldkarten hat er ausgespielt, um hier die Taktikkarte Entangle zu erwerben. So, Karten, die, no, it's not Entangle, you bought another card first, didn't you? Ja,
yes.
Ja, okay, I see here. Vestales, für 4 Coinkarten, 4 Coincards, hat er Vestales, eine weitere Patronin, jetzt erworben. Karten, die er erwirbt, kommen sofort auf den Discard-Pile, und dann hatte er noch eine Coinkarte, und mit dieser Coinkarte und mit 2 seiner Coin-Münzen hat er die Tactic Card Entangle erworben, die dann auch auf sein Discard-Pile geht. Okay, please go on.
Alright, so I could spend these 3 coin tokens if I want to, but I'll go ahead and stop spending. So at the end of my turn, I will refill the supply. Oh, that's the whole deck.
Mm-hmm.
I will take 1 card off the top here.
Yeah, I think draw, no? Draw 1 card?
Draw,
yeah.
Okay.
The context menu, the right click on the...
Alright, and then I'll put that right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll draw here. Whoops, I accidentally did that twice. So I'll set this one back.
No, never mind. So.
Oh. And then those are available for you to purchase, and at the end of my turn, I will draw 7 cards from my deck, and then it is your turn.
Okay, also, ihr seht hier übrigens nochmal, ich habe die jetzt gerade gehighlightet, die Übersicht, die Rundenübersicht, Mechanitions auf der linken Seite, das spielen wir jetzt gerade, da steht das alles, und später kommen wir zur Arena rüber. Zum Ende seines Zugs hat Alex einfach wieder die Marktauslage aufgefüllt, und ich habe überhaupt keine Ahnung, was ich mache, ich habe jetzt eigentlich nur zugeguckt, und ich werde jetzt versuchen, auch so einen Zug zu spielen. So, Alex, I don't have any idea what to do, but I paid attention to what you did, and now I will try to do it too.
Right, I'll just walk you through all your options here.
I have 1 gladiator on my hand. It's the Cestus, and I don't know why, but I think hard combat is a cool thing. I just do it here in the arena. Is that possible? Can I put it here?
Yeah, you can either put it there, or you could put it in this arena deck here.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, at the end of this round, whoever wins this battle here is going to get 2 glory points.
Yeah.
And whoever wins this one is going to get 1 glory.
Okay. Why is the one arena worth more glory points?
So each round there will be a sort of opening bout in a smaller arena, and then there will be a final bout in what's called the lasting glory arena.
Mm-hmm.
The other difference is that the winner in this arena is going to get this sword token.
Yeah.
So if I win, I'll take the sword token and put it on my side. And that will grant me access to the ability that's printed on this arena card. Until you win in this arena later. So if you win later, you'll take the sword away.
Okay.
But over here,
yeah.
the winner actually takes the card and it grants that ability to that player permanently.
Okay, also, was ich nicht wusste an der Stelle ist, das hatten wir auch eben noch nicht hingelegt, dass hier 2 Glory-Tokens drauf liegen. Wenn also Cestus diese Arena gewinnt, bekomme ich 2 Glory-Tokens. Alex würde jetzt ein Glory-Token bekommen, außerdem würde er das Schwert bekommen und damit diese Taktik aus der Valeri Novi Arena bekommen, und zwar so lange, bis die Arena von mir gewonnen wird. Also lege ich den Cestus jetzt mal hier hin. I put the Cestus to the other arena. And now I do have scheme cards. Can I play scheme cards in the machination phase as well?
Yes. So when you play a scheme card, you just do what it says on the card and then place it into your discard pile.
Okay.
And you have 2 different schemes in your starting deck. Cull allows you to choose to either take another card in your hand and remove it from the game, or gain 2 coin tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fresh Perspective lets you take all 3 of the face-up cards from one of these decks, discard them, and draw 3 new face-up cards. And it also gives you 1 coin token.
Ah, I see. Okay. Scheme Cards, auf Deutsch Pläne. Hier Fresh Perspective oder Cull, die lassen mich hier die Marktauslage verändern. I will just do it so that the audience sees it. I will play the Fresh Perspective card, here you see it. And I do gain 1 coin token, and you may discard the face-up cards from 1 supply deck, then turn 3 new cards from that supply deck face up. So first thing, I get 1 coin token. Now I have a total of 6. And now I may discard the face-up cards from 1 supply deck. So, jetzt darf ich einfach mal hier Karten abwerfen. Ich tue das jetzt einfach an der Stelle mal. Where is the discard pile from the Gladiators?
Just off to the other side of the deck.
Ah, okay. I just do it here. I discard these 3 cards now. Ich werfe diese 3 Karten jetzt einfach mal ab und ich ziehe 3 neue Karten. 1. Ah, where is the card? Where is it gone? It's
in your hand. It was.
Okay, that's wrong. Oh, that's wrong. How can I put the card directly to the spot there?
That I don't know. I was throwing them into my hand too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then we have to do it this way, because Alex and me, we are no Tabletop Simulator Heroes. Wir sind beide nicht die Helden im Tabletop Simulator und deshalb haben wir das jetzt so gemacht. Aber jetzt ist die Scheme-Karte ausgespielt. Jetzt habe ich die Scheme-Karte gespielt. Die kommt jetzt auf den Discard-Pile. Und jetzt gucken wir uns mal an, was jetzt hier für eine neue Auslage. Wir haben den Dimacharus. Dann haben wir den Spiculus und den Arbelas. So, Alex, now I want to buy one of these gladiators. The Spiculus costs 4 gold, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just buy the Spiculus now because he looks cool, and I do have 4 coin cards. So this is 1 coin card, eine Coinkarte, 2 Coinkarten, 3 Coinkarten und 4 Coinkarten. Die werfe ich auf meinen Discard-Pile und dann kann ich mir hier den Spiculus auf meinen Discard legen, weil der genau 4 Karten gekostet hat. So, let me see the last scheme card. Gain 2 or choose a card. Choose a
so
card.
The last card is Cull. And that allows you to either remove another card in your hand from the game or gain cool. 2 points.
Yeah, Alex, I do love these kinds of cards because you can get rid of worse cards. This is Deckbuilding, ja. Also diese Cull-Karte jetzt auf Deutsch, das ist eine so meiner Lieblingskarten. Ich kenne das aus anderen Spielen, Aeons End zum Beispiel, wo du dein Deck so streamlinen kannst, sodass einfach schlechte Karten nach und nach aussortiert werden. Very, very cool. And the image, I like the image. You get rid of a senator, of a patron you don't need anymore. Okay, for now I just discard it for 2 coin tokens. So, für jetzt hole ich mir einfach mal 2 coin tokens und ich gucke jetzt nochmal auf den Marktplatz. Der Unscrupulous Consul. It costs 5 coin tokens. I will just buy him. Okay? 1, 2. So, ich kaufe mir jetzt für 5 Coin-Tokens diesen Patron, der 2 Einfluss generiert. Einfach, weil ich denke, Einfluss ist eine sehr wichtige Ressource. Ja, I will not buy any training cards now, and so I just refill the marketplace, ja?
Yep.
So, draw. Aha. I will just refill the market. You see, this is not how it's to be done, but I just do it this way. Okay, so the market is refilled, and this ends the machination phase. Is this correct?
We'll actually keep going until, if you see the number in the top right corner of this postcard here,
Yeah.
it should be a 6.
6.
If this was set up
Yeah.
correctly for a 2-player game. And each gladiator also has the same emblem at the top right corner.
Yeah.
As soon as all of our gladiators combined have 6 or greater bloodlust, which is what that number is called,
Ja.
then we'll go into the arena phase.
Okay. Also die Machinations-Phase ist noch gar nicht fertig. Zuerst mal muss ich 7 Karten ziehen. I forgot that too, Alex. 7 cards. Correct? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the machination phase goes on. Die Machinationsphase geht auch weiter. Denn ihr seht hier diese Boost-Karte. Da steht oben eine 6. Das ist der Blutlust, der Bloodlust-Wert. Und es werden so lange weiter Gladiatoren an die Arenen angelegt, bis der Bloodlust-Wert erreicht ist, weil dann will das Publikum Blut sehen, dann will das Publikum Kämpfe sehen. Okay, then Alex, it's your turn now again.
Alright. So I'll go ahead and play Cestus into this arena here.
Ja, er spielt den Cestus aus in die gleiche Arena wie ich, ja.
And then I'll use Coal to actually remove one of these coins from the game. And I'll just put it over here.
Also der Alex spielt jetzt die Cool-Karte, die ich auch eben hatte, und wird dann eine seiner Coin-Karten los, macht also sein Deck etwas schneller. Your deck gets a bit faster now, ja.
Yep. And then I'll go ahead and purchase this income card in the economy supply deck. So I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, and...
Ja. Alex spielt jetzt 4, also Münzen, ein Münztoken und 3 Münzkarten und kauft sich hier, ich habe es euch gehighlightet, Servants Errand, also eine Einkommenskarte. Ja, bin ich gespannt.
Right, so I paid 5 coin for that.
Ja.
And then I also have Fresh Perspective, and I'm going to skip getting new cards out in the supply, so I'll just take one token.
Okay.
When I do that.
Ja, und er nimmt sich auch ein Coin-Token für die Fresh Perspective. Jawohl.
And then, at the end of my turn, I will refill the supply.
Ja. Jetzt wird wieder der Economy Supply wird wieder neu aufgefrischt, weil da wurde ja eine Karte gekauft. Neue Karte.
And then I will learn how to shuffle this. So I'll flip it over. And I shuffle my discard pile.
Ja.
And then it becomes my new deck. So I'm trying to pull all the cards over, but I'm doing it one at a time.
Yeah.
And then
it's
I will draw 7 cards from my deck.
And it's my turn again, ja? So, jetzt bin ich wieder dran, weil wir können noch mal nachgucken. Der Blutlustwert ist 3 von 6. Das heißt, es müssen noch weitere Gladiatoren gespielt werden. Und das tue ich jetzt. Is it allowed, Alex, to play more than one gladiator in one arena?
Yes.
Also ich könnte jetzt meinen Andrabata, wie heißt der? Andrabata könnte ich jetzt auch hier nochmal zum Cestus spielen. Ich tue ihn aber erstmal nach Scythopolis oder Scythopolis. Da lege ich den Kamerad jetzt mal hin. Und jetzt habe ich 5 Coin-Karten auf der Hand. 5 Coin-Karten. Also, I like the Brutal Strike Tactic card. I want to have it. So I spent all of these 5 coin cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are 5 coins in total and I definitely want to have the brutal strike. Ich möchte unbedingt den brutalen Schlag hier haben, den habe ich mir jetzt geholt. Ja, okay. Now I want to see if there is something for 3. So, ist da irgendwas für 3 Münzen? Wir hätten hier den Lavish Banquet. It's a scheme tactic cards. Buy up to 2 patrons from the supply, paying their coin costs and place them directly into your villa. Da könnte man direkt, da muss man nicht über den Discard-Pile gehen. Nein, I will skip for now and we have a Bloodlust value from 4. Wir haben 4. I will draw from my deck.
Okay, and I didn't mention this earlier, but so there are these 2 arenas with the sword tokens on them.
Yeah.
And only one of those arenas can be used every round. So Anabata can either go into this arena here or this one here, but this one is off limits this round.
Oh, okay. Also eine von den beiden Schwertarenen darf nicht bespielt werden. Also packe ich den Antrabata jetzt zum Cestus in die Casinum Arena. Und während der Alex schon anfängt, ziehe ich noch 6 Karten auf. You just shuffle the cards when you cannot draw cards from your draw pile. Correct?
Yes.
5, 6, 7. Also es wird genretypisch erst dann gezogen, wenn ihr keine Karten mehr im Drawpool habt. Ja, okay. And I forgot to draw a new card here. Now it's drawn. The deflect card.
Alright. So now I'll start my turn.
Yeah.
And first off, I drew a tactic card.
Yeah. Let's see how
which is
they
one of the
work.
cards from this training deck. And this card is only really useful once we get into the arena phase. So I'm going to put it in my reserve here.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put it face down.
Okay. Let me translate. Die Entangle Card, also die Einfangen-Karte, ihr habt da dieses Netz gesehen, die macht jetzt in der Machinations-Phase noch gar keinen Sinn. Die legt er aber in seinen Reserve-Pool, also rechts neben der Arena, ihr seht es jetzt in den Reserve-Pool, und die legt er auch verdeckt da rein. Das heißt, ich weiß gar nicht, was da kommt. Do you put it face down there, or do you show it first and then turn it down?
You should just put it face down without showing your...
So, ich sehe überhaupt nicht, was er da reingelegt hat in die Reserve, sondern er legt sofort face down dahin. Ja, interesting, cool, go on please.
And now, during the battle, I'll have a chance to buy back all of the cards in my reserve here by paying 1 coin per card.
Ja,
but I'll have to buy them all back at once, so if I have too many cards in there and I don't have enough money, then I won't be able to buy them back.
Okay, also ihr seht, aus der Reserve kann man dann die Karten zurückkaufen. Das steht hier unten rechts, das kostet aber 1 Coin. It's 1 coin per card, is that correct, Alex?
Yes.
Oh, this is expensive. And then you must, und dann muss man alle auf einmal kaufen. Das heißt, hier muss man richtig aufpassen, dass man nicht zu viele Karten hat. Oh ja, that's a great mechanic, ja, cool.
Alright, so then I have 6 coin cards in my hand. And I am going to start spending them. And I have 2 coin tokens that I can also spend. So I'll go ahead and spend 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to buy Gladiatrix.
Ja, okay.
We'll turn into my discard pile.
Also
And
für
then
5 Coin Tokens hat er die Gladiatrix gekauft.
And I'll spend my last coin to purchase Lavish Banquet.
Okay.
And then I will draw... Well, I'll finish my turn, so I'll draw this card. And one of these.
And you can't play the gladiators if you have no patrons who generate the fame or the influence, correct?
Correct.
Okay, das heißt, hier seht ihr, er hat hier einen Patron ausliegen und den muss er ausliegen haben, um dann gleich solche Gladiatoren wie die Gladiatrix spielen zu können. Cool. So, and will the battle immediately start as soon as we have a bloodlust value of 6?
Yes. It will actually wait until the end of your turn because you started the game with this crowd's favor token.
Yeah.
So what the crowd's favor token does is make sure that you take the last turn before an arena phase starts.
Okay, so do I get it right? If I would now place a gladiator with, let's say, 3 bloodlust, then I would end my round and the fight would start.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah?
I want to make sure that we started with your starting deck correctly, but you should have had a Crooked Senator in your starting deck.
Yeah.
And you have already you've already drawn through your whole starting deck. Is that right?
I do have a Crooked Senator and I would play it now.
Perfekt.
So.
Okay.
So, das ist also jetzt mein mein Patron, den ich ausgespielt habe. Und der ist wichtig, weil jetzt würde ich hier meinen Gladiator spielen. Alex, I do play my gladiator, Spiculus, for which I have to put the patron out in my villa. And he generates 3 bloodlust. That means, as far as I understand correctly, the machination phase is the last machination phase now.
Yeah. So at the end of your turn, you'll finish your whole turn,
okay.
And then we'll go into the arena phase.
Also das heißt, mein Zug wird jetzt fertig gespielt. Da kann man also richtig pokern, wie lange man spielt. So, let me see. What does make sense? What does make sense? As the game will proceed for several rounds and more arenas, I will start to prepare the deck for the following rounds. I will pay 4 coins. Ich werde 4 Coin Tokens legen. 4 Coin Cards. And I will buy the Inspire Card. Ich habe so eine Inspire-Karte jetzt gekauft. Da habe ich mir jetzt auch mal eine Taktikkarte gekauft. And last but not least, I will play the Fresh Perspective, where I get 1 Coin Token and I will skip the Discard Phase. Ich werde nichts discarden. Brauche ich jetzt nicht. Ich habe einfach mein Coin Token genommen and now I say, yeah, my Machinations Phase is over. Ich bin fertig mit meiner Machinations Phase.
Alright. And as you mentioned, we have a total of 7 bloodlusts now, which is greater than 6. So we're going to go into the arena phase.
Great.
And first things first, we'll draw your 7-card hand before we start.
Also jetzt ziehen wir nochmal 7 Karten auf, bevor wir mit der Arena beginnen.
And the first step of the arena phase is late registration. If we have any gladiator cards in our hand, we can play those now for a late registration fee of 3 coin.
Okay.
And because I don't have the crowd's favor, I will go first, and I pass.
Aha.
Because I don't have any gladiators in my hand. But if you have any gladiators in your hand, you can play them now for 3 coin each.
That's important. Nun könnte man, wenn man Gladiatoren hätte, ein Late Register machen. Das haben wir hier übrigens schon gesehen auf dem Andabata. You may late register Andabata for free. Normalerweise kostet das Geld. 3 coins, you said, to late register, normally?
Yes.
Ja, so. Und Alex hat keine Gladiatoren, also macht er keinen Late Register. Er muss das zuerst machen, weil ich hier dieses Token habe. Ich habe auch keine Gladiatoren auf der Hand. I don't have any gladiators either. So we skip the Late Register.
Alright. So then, we'll always start in the Eating Glory Arena first, which is the arena with the sword token on it.
Ja, wir fangen immer mit der linken Arena mit dem Schwerttoken an, ja?
And so we'll go through the steps of a battle in this arena.
And I will highlight the card. Yeah? I will highlight while you talk the card, the overview card.
So, in order to determine initiative, you just count up the total agility on all of your gladiators in the arena, and that's the bottom stat there in the bottom left corner, which has the little icon.
The sandal, yeah, the sandal.
Yes.
Okay. So, Alex hat jetzt also eine Initiative von 2. Ich habe 1, you have 2, I have 1, so you have initiative.
Yep. So now I will start my combat turn, and a combat turn consists of 1 attack and 1 tactic. You might not always have a tactic available, but I'll go ahead and start by attacking with this gladiator. I'll just rotate him to show that he's exhausted. And then his attack value is 1. So I'm going to deal 1 damage to Spiculus. And then now, if you have a reaction card in your hand, you may play it now to potentially prevent that damage. For example, here in the supply, you see this card here would go and prevent damage for you.
Mhm. Okay.
Do you have one of those in your hand?
Ja, I don't have. I just explain it. Alex hat jetzt 2 Möglichkeiten. Der darf eine Taktik spielen und er darf einen Angriff machen. Er tappt sozusagen den Underbarter und fügt meinen Spiculus einen Schadenspunkt zu. Eine Taktikkarte hat er scheinbar nicht gespielt. Ich hätte jetzt eine Reaction-Karte spielen dürfen, so ich denn eine auf der Hand hätte. Wir haben hier mal die Withstand-Karte gezeigt, die liegt aber im Mark. Ich habe keine, I don't have a card, so I just take the damage.
Okay, so we'll just place the damage on Spiculus then. And I do have a tactic card. I'm going to pay 1 coin from my hand to buy my reserve back, so I'll just draw this into my hand.
It's the Entangle card.
Yep. And then I'll go ahead and play it as my tactic, which allows me to exhaust your gladiator.
Haha, this is mean. Great.
So he will miss an opportunity to attack.
Mhm. Also, Alex hat jetzt genau das gemacht, was er vorbereitet hat. Er hat für eine Coin-Karte, 1 hat es gekostet, die Entangle-Taktikkarte, die vorbereitete, zurückgekauft, hat sie auf meinen Spiculus gespielt, der jetzt ebenfalls exhausted ist, also erschöpft ist und damit diese Runde nicht angreifen kann. He can't attack now. Oh, bad for me.
But it is your turn,
Yeah.
and even though you can't attack, you still get to use a tactic. And Spiculus has a tactic ability on his in his text box.
Mhm. Okay, ich kann zwar nicht angreifen, aber Spiculus hat eine eingebaute Taktik. Deal 1 unpreventable damage to Spiculus to deal 1 damage to a target gladiator. How many life points does Underbarter have?
He has only 1.
It's the Bloodlust. Is it the Bloodlust?
It's the second stat there in the bottom left corner with the shield icon.
The shield, okay. So, what I do now, I can deal 1 damage, which I can't prevent, to Spiculus. Ich tue jetzt einen nicht vermeidbaren Schadenspunkt auf Spiculus, aber dafür bekommt Underbarter ebenfalls einen Schadenspunkt. Deal 1 damage, that means you can prevent it. Yeah, you can prevent it?
I also don't have a reaction in my hand, so I can't prevent it.
But that's the difference.
And-
I could not prevent it because it's written unpreventable. You could try to prevent it, correct?
Correct.
Ja. Okay, also, Spiculus hat 2 Schadenspunkte, steht also noch, but I think Underbarter hits the ground now.
Yeah, Andabata will go to my discard pile.
Genau. Underbarter hat nur einen Lebenspunkt, das seht ihr hier auf diesem Schild über dem Sandalen, über den Schuh, der ist jetzt ausgenockt worden.
And then, whenever a gladiator is defeated, I get to take a coin token. You have gladiator insurance, and it pays out whenever a gladiator is defeated.
Okay. Wenn ein Gladiator besiegt wurde, wie der Underbarter, dann bekommt der Ludus, der den spielt, sozusagen eine Versicherung von einem Coin-Token.
Okay, and now that you don't have any opponents left in this arena, you immediately win this arena. So you get to take the glory
Great.
and place that into your little glory corner there of your player board. And you also get this, you get this sword token,
Mhm.
which shows that you have access to the ability that's printed on that card.
Cool. Okay, I translated. Da jetzt kein Gladiator von Alex mehr an der Arena anliegt, bekomme ich sowohl das Glory Token, und darum geht es ja, um Ruhm, und ich bekomme sogar das Schwert, und ich kann jetzt die Taktik auf der Valeri Novi Arena nutzen, die hier aufgedruckt ist: Exhaust the arena to move up to 2 damage from a target gladiator to another target gladiator. Cool, okay, great.
And now we immediately move on to this arena here,
Ja, wir gehen sofort zur nächsten Arena.
and we determine initiative. And I have 0 agility.
0. I have 2 plus 0. That means 2. I have initiative.
Yep. So you get to attack with a gladiator and use a tactic in either order of your choice.
Okay. I think I just exhaust the cestus, and he does 1 damage to you. Is that correct? 2 damage. 2?
2 damage.
2 damage.
And my cestus only has 2 health, and I don't have a reaction, so he is going to take enough damage to be defeated. So I'll just put him in my discard pile. And I'll take a coin token as an insurance payout.
Okay, hier haben wir es wieder gehabt. Der Cestus hat jetzt 2 Schadenspunkte verursacht gegen den anderen Cestus. Der wurde sofort aus den Latschen gehauen. Alex bekommt wieder die Versicherung, den Insurance. And I won the arena as well.
Yes, so you'll take the 2 glory tokens on top of the arena card there.
Yeah.
And you also will take the arena card and put it right above your patron in your villa.
Okay.
And now you have access to that ability for the rest of the game.
Okay, this is great. Also, ich habe jetzt nicht nur die beiden Glory Token bekommen, sondern ich habe auch die Casinum Arena bekommen und habe jetzt bis zum Ende des Spiels habe ich diese Fähigkeit, you may reserve gladiators, exhaust Casinum to put a gladiator from your hand into the active arena. Great, cool.
And then all of your gladiators that survive go back to your discard pile.
So all my gladiators to the discard pile.
Yep.
And damage tokens, they go away?
Yeah.
And what's with your gladiators that were defeated?
So each gladiator card represents a class of gladiators that your school trains. So even though the individuals were defeated, that class of gladiator will come back later. A different individual who is trained in the same style. So they're back in my deck to be played again later.
Okay, also die Gladiatoren sind besiegt, aber sie sind nicht tot. They never die. Do they die anytime? No, they don't die.
No, they'll always come back next round.
Okay, also Gladiatoren werden hier nicht getötet, sie werden besiegt und kommen dann in der nächsten Runde wieder. So, Alex bereitet jetzt schon die nächsten Arenen vor. Ihr seht, Amiternum ist eine neue Arena, die jetzt hier liegt, die mit den 2 Glory Token. You put 2 glory token always on the arena to the left from your side?
Yes, and then 1 on each of these.
Okay.
And then at the end of the arena phase, the crowd's favor will go to the player who's in last place. And that's me right now.
Ah, it's always to the last place. Okay.
And then we'll each draw cards. If we have fewer than 7 cards in our hand, you get to refill your hand up to 7.
Okay. Also jetzt wird auf 7 Karten wieder aufgezogen. Ich habe 7, ich mache also nichts. Ja, und das Crowd-Favor-Token geht zu ihm, weil die Menge, die favorisiert jetzt den unterlegenen Ludus.
And then the top ghost card will go into your discard pile because you won the last in glory arena, which was that second battle.
The boost card. I can take the boost card?
Just one of those boost cards.
Okay.
Just the top one. Or maybe I didn't move the whole stack over.
So, it was just one card. So, also die Boost-Karte, die hier liegt, die oberste, die geht jetzt in mein Discard-Pile. Ja, großartig. Cool.
And that boost card is not going to do anything in-game for you, but when you play it, you'll be able to boast about your previous victory, and otherwise, it'll just slow your deck down a little bit.
It slows my deck down. Okay, okay. Also diese Boost-Karte, die verlangsamt mein Deck einfach nur, die ist also gar nicht so toll, die muss ich wieder loswerden. Und wir haben eine neue Arena. We have Botrus. When a battle starts, after initiative is determined, you may exhaust Botrus to attack with a gladiator before the first combat. Okay.
Alright, and now it's back to your turn, and we're back to the Mechaniken phase.
Okay, my turn. My turn. This is cool. Gain or choose a card. Okay, now I play the Cull card, and I can remove the boost card completely out of the game, correct?
Yes.
So this is what the card is for. Cool. Then I will play the cestus to the arena bottom. I will also I will play one card to the reserve, and then I will play fresh perspective and get one coin token. I will skip the rest, and the cards I have on my hand, if I don't play them, can I discard them? Can I select to discard them? Decide to discard?
Yes, you must discard them if you don't play them.
Okay.
Or if they're tactics or reactions, you can put them in your reserve.
Yeah, I'm thinking about putting them to the reserve. This one, yep.
Or because you have this arena, you can also reserve gladiators.
Yeah. Okay, I will put all three of them here because I don't want to draw them back. So it's your turn.
Alright. Okay, I will use fresh perspective to see if I can find some patrons in this deck. And I'll take a coin token before I forget. Okay, so I did find a patron.
And the reaction cards, I can keep the reaction cards on my hand. I don't have to put them to the reserve, correct?
Correct. It's completely up to you whether you want to reserve them or keep them in your or discard them. Sorry, you cannot actually save them in your hand at the end of the turn. So now I'm going to play Lavish Banquet, which allows me to buy up to 2 patrons from the supply. Oh, and I think I set a card down here. So I'll spend 4, 5, 6 to buy this patron here. And then I have a card to reserve. Oh, and I this card here should be discard pile. And then I'll use coin and 2 coin tokens.
Just a question, why don't we put glory tokens on the Botros Arena?
Well, I just forgot.
Okay.
But yes, we should definitely do that.
2?
Yep, and 1 over here, so I'll do that. And then it is your turn. I'll go ahead and refill this.
I will put a Dimacheros to the Botros Arena and an Andrata to Botros as well. So then I will 4. I have 4 coin cards. 4 coin cards. I will. It's hard now. It's hard. Is there a good card for 5? Okay. I will buy the scheme card Consult the Augur for 5. That means I have to play 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I will put 1 card to my reserve, and then it's your turn.
Alright. Well,
it's not hard to learn. The rules are not hard. They're easy to learn.
That is part of the goal, so glad to hear it.
So, die Regeln, habe ich gerade gesagt, sind leicht zu lernen.
I'll go ahead and play the boast card, which allows me to boast, and it doesn't allow me to do anything else. So that's that. And then I'll go ahead and put a couple cards in my reserve. And then I have a bunch of money to spend. And I'll spend 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll buy this reaction that lets me reassign 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that I could actually take damage that's assigned to one of my gladiators and assign it to one of your gladiators instead.
Really? Yeah? Ah, you can reflect the damage. That's great. Okay.
Yeah, it's great for me. I don't know about you though.
Yeah.
But that'll be my turn, so I'll refill this. That's your turn.
Okay. So let me see what new cards. Hm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the Cull card gives me 2 coin tokens. 1, 2. The Fresh Perspective gives me another one. So let's see. I'm a bit anxious that I don't have enough coins to buy all the cards back later. That could be my problem later.
Yeah, if you want to stay safe, you can just keep those coin tokens out there.
Yeah, I know, yeah. That's the gambling aspect of the game, huh? Isn't it? Okay, I will gamble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and I will buy the money card here. And then I will play my Retiarius to this arena. And I'm good to go.
Alright. Well, it looks like I am being forced to do my gladiators here too, because if you win this arena, that's the end of the game.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And I'll go ahead and do this patron here. And I have a card to reserve. And then I have 3 coins to spend. And I'll refill this first.
That will be a slaughter, I think, in the Botrus arena.
And, well, I'll spend the rest of my money to buy a gladiator. And I will buy Krugolarius. And then it's your turn. And how much bloodlust do we have?
Let's count. 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11, I think. 11.
Out of 19.
Hmm.
Alright, so I'll refill this and then it's your turn.
11. That's hard now. Okay. But I have to discard my hand. I can't keep cards now. Can I?
Correct.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. You must discard at the end of your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think this is the best card to buy. So, also 1, 2, 3, 4 und 5 Coinkarten. Dann the Legatus. The Legatus is a patron that counts for 1 influence and it adds 1 movement. That means initiative. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I will buy the Legatos for my Patron, and then I will play the Arbelas also to Botros, and I think it's the last I can play because I have 3 influence and 3 of my gladiators have influence, correct?
That's correct.
So the Speculus has to be... No, no, it has to be discarded, correct? The Speculus.
Yes.
Okay. I just thought I can keep it because of the reserve, Casino?
You actually can reserve it because you have Casino.
Yeah.
And so that means after one of your gladiators is defeated during a battle,
Yeah.
That'll free up your influence, so you'll be able to play Spiculus as a tactic to sort of substitute for the defeated gladiator.
And for
you might
free,
as well put him in reserve.
can I keep it on my hand? You said I have to discard all cards?
Yeah, you either have to discard or reserve. You can't save them in your hand.
Okay, also, dann bin ich fertig. I'm done. Den Speculus musste ich abwerfen, weil wir ja noch nicht den Blattlastwert erreicht haben. Das heißt, der ist jetzt abgeworfen. Den hätte ich sonst in die Reserve tun müssen. Da habe ich aber Angst, dass ich nicht genug Geld habe, um die zurückzukaufen. Insofern ist das richtig so. I draw to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to refresh the market. I do the refresh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this one was from the market.
Alright. So I'll go ahead and start my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And play a gladiator. I'll play Endabata into this arena.
Yeah.
And then I'll put Arbillis over here.
Now we have to count, I think. 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 14, 15, 18. Is it right? 18?
I think so.
Don't tell me you stop now.
No, that's all I've got this turn. I'll go ahead and use coal to... Yeah, I'll use coal to get rid of a card. I have kind of a boring turn, I guess. I'll go ahead and play Fresh Perspective just to gain a coin token. And see if I can find some things here.
Mhm. Ja, discardet jetzt die ganze Line.
And no patrons. So I will pass the turn. I'll just discard my last coin card. And it's your turn.
Okay, I will pay 1 coin card. 2. No. One up to now. Just remember that I paid 1, okay?
Okay.
So, fresh perspective. That means I get 1 coin token, and I discard these. 1, 2, 3. So this has to work someday. Can it deal to all? No, it's wrong. So 1 card. So it's the Vestalis. This is interesting. You wanted to have a patron as well, did you? So
Yeah.
oh, and the Doktore. What's the Doktore? Let me see. Your gladiators. Oh, this one is strong. And it's expensive. Okay. I will draw up to 7 cards if I enter the arena. Correct?
After you finish playing the cards in your hand,
Okay.
you'll draw 7 new ones.
I had 1 coin card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Okay. Also 1, 2, 3, 4. Color is 5, 6, and then smooth talk to 11. And I will buy the Doktore. And that's my turn.
And then you can take a coin token from the supply because
Okay.
you would have only spent 1 of the 2 from coal.
Okay. Then redraw and Let's see when the fight starts.
Alright. I'll go ahead and refill this. And then the fight will start at the end of my turn. So I'll play Krupelarius into this arena.
What? Oh, this is interesting.
And I have one card to reserve. And then I will spend...
Oh no! This one is strong.
I'll spend 7 to grab this card here, this tactic. And there's nothing else that I really want to buy right now, so I'll just discard these two coin cards, and we'll boast.
Okay.
And then we'll go into the arena phase.
Okay,
and it's
cool.
your turn for late registration.
Late registration. There is nobody to late register.
Alright. That is good for me.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll finish drawing. And... Sorry, everything takes a long time in Tabletop Simulator.
Ja, wir sind jetzt mit der Machinations-Phase fertig. Es geht jetzt wieder in die Arena-Phase. Ihr seht, der Blutlustwert wurde erreicht. Und jetzt geht's um die Wurst. All or nothing, I think. The Botros Arena could be decisive. Er könnte entscheidend sein, der Kampf.
So we'll start over in this arena. I also skip late registration.
Yeah, and you immediately win.
Since I don't have an opponent, I'll just take the glory.
Yeah.
And I'll take this arena ability as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll move over here, where we determine initiative.
Okay. I do have 2, 4, 6, 9. Can I buy my reserve back now, or can't I?
Yes, you can do that right now, and I'm going to as well.
Okay. And to buy them back, I can play my hand, correct?
Yes.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 coin cards, and then I buy back. It's draw, I think, so that you don't see them. So, ich ziehe jetzt meine Reserve wieder auf, weil ich ja 4 bezahlt habe. So. Okay.
Right. I am paying 6 to gain 6 cards from my reserve.
That doesn't sound good to me. And how many of these tactic cards can I play? Just 1 per round?
1 per turn, yeah.
Okay, but the reaction card is unlimited.
Yes.
Okay. So, also ich darf nur eine Taktikkarte gleich spielen. Ihr seht ja hier meine Hand. Und Reaction-Karten sind nicht limited. Okay, so yeah,
actually, before we determine initiative, I'll play Fury. This card here on top of my discard pile.
Each of your gladiators gain
+1 agility per gladiator in this arena. So I gain 4 agility.
4 plus 2 plus 1, so meaning you have 6, correct?
7.
7.
Yes.
7. So I have 9.
Alright, so you still go first. But Gladiatrix has an ability that allows me to deal 1 damage to one of your gladiators.
I see.
So I'll deal 1 damage to Retiarius. Do you have a way to defend against it?
Okay, just one question. If he would go down, die, would be defeated, does he count to initiative, or is that resolved first?
He actually won't count toward your initiative.
Okay, then I have to save him. This is hard, but I have to play the card. Defy Fate. I have to deal that much damage that I prevent to other gladiators I own, correct?
Yes.
Oh my god. So you deal 1, it's just 1 damage, no? It's not that. So Cestus gains the damage.
Okay.
And the card goes to my discard pile.
Yep.
So this is a cool card.
Yeah, and sometimes so that really works well with, say, Arbelus, for example. If you want to deal his damage when he is
Yeah.
defeated, or
Uh,
there are a few other gladiators, like Thrakes here in the supply
yeah, I see.
gains one attack for each damage on it.
Yeah.
So that card has a lot of uses.
Many interesting cool mechanics, yeah. Okay, so it's now my turn. I have to attack first, correct?
Yep.
Oh no, you have that Arbellas that will kill me if I will attack with the Dimacheros to each opposing. My setup is not that good, I think. And I don't know if you can prevent damage. Okay, I will attack with my Arbellas, and he attacks. I can select the attacked unit, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I attack the Gladiatrix with two. No, stop! I wanted to play a tactic. Can I still play a tactic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can play a tactic card. Can I play it after the battle as well?
Yeah, it's up to you whether you do an attack first or the tactic first.
Okay, Arbellas attacks for 2 the Gladiatrix. No tactic now. Keine Taktikkarte jetzt. Angriff.
And if you want to play the tactic that gives you +1 attack, then you have to play that first in order for the additional attack to count.
Yeah, I don't want to play +1 attack.
Okay. So then I will use this reaction, withstand, to prevent 2 damage.
Okay. So I anticipated it. So then I play Brutal Strike. This is my tactic card. Deal 2 damage to a target gladiator. So now the damage comes to Gladiatrix and she is down anyway.
Alright, well I have another reaction.
Oh no!
And this time I will reassign 2 damage. And I will reassign that to Dimcaris.
Strong. Okay, Alex hat also eine zweite Reaktionskarte gehabt, das heißt, er reassigned, er gibt den Damage, den ich jetzt durch die Brutal Strike Karte gemacht habe, auf den Dimacheros und ja, he's down. You killed him. Cool.
He fought well.
Yeah, it's a cool reaction card. Oh, no. Stay here, it's my card. Okay. Okay, this was my attack then. Your turn.
Alright. On my turn, I will use Entangle to exhaust this. And Gladiatrix will use their ability to deal 1 damage to Retiarius.
Yeah, I see my setup is not the best. Yeah, I can't prevent that, so he's down. Ein Schadenspunkt auf den Retiarius und er geht down.
And did you remember to get a coin token?
Oh no.
For each of the 2 gladiators?
I did not, no.
Okay, and then I have an attack, so I'll attack with Arbelus and deal 2 damage to your Andamata.
Didn't you attack with... Nee, it was a card you play. Entangle, okay, yeah. So what do you do now?
I'm attacking with Arbelus
Yeah.
to deal 2 damage to Andamata.
Can't prevent that.
Alright, and then it is your turn.
But I am exhausted.
So you can still use a tactic,
Yeah.
even if all your gladiators are exhausted.
Okay,
Do you
but
have one that you can use?
if I had no tactic, then I would skip and it's your turn.
Yes, that's what would happen.
Luckily, I have the Inspire card. It's the perfect card for now, I think. Ready a target gladiator. The Cestus will be readied, and you may remove a damage from that gladiator. It couldn't get better, huh? That's the perfect card, I think. Okay, the card goes to discard pile, and now he attacks the Cestus. 2 damage. I'm sure you have bad cards. The Gladiatrix. 2 damage to the
Alright.
Gladiatrix. I think I can't win that battle anyway.
So Gladiator. Oh, do you want to deal the damage to Gladiatrix?
Yeah, please.
Okay. And she'll be defeated. She goes into my discard pile, and I gain 1 coin token.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just want to point out something that hasn't come up yet, but I have a couple of patrons here that have abilities.
Yeah.
And so that Solace I could use to prevent 1 damage.
Yeah.
But I would have to exhaust the card in order to do that.
Yeah.
And an exhausted patron no longer grants influence. So I would lose an influence, and I would have to lose a gladiator if I were to.
And the exhaustion is not for the whole game, just for this arena round?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah. But I think you don't have to exhaust her.
Yeah. So then, was that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. I will go ahead and use Crupularius to attack, and he deals damage equal to 1 plus 1 for every exhausted gladiator. So he gets +3 for 3 other exhausted gladiators.
Yeah, okay.
So he'll deal 4 damage to your checklist.
Okay. I cannot respond, so he's down.
And then I don't have a tactic. And it's your turn.
Okay, and now I have an exhausted gladiator, the Abelas. I can't ready him up, so it's your turn with the Cestus.
Okay. Yeah. And he'll attack for 2. And if you don't have a reaction, then I think that'll end this battle.
Yeah, I don't have a reaction. He has a reaction. That means he deals damage to one of your gladiators, but I think it doesn't matter, does it?
He would still deal the damage, but because he has to die before dealing the damage, the battle is actually over before that damage is dealt.
Okay, so I put him to my discard pile. Good, okay. So you win the arena.
Alright, so then that gives me 2 more glory. And I take the arena card.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or did I take 23 cards? I think so.
Just take 1 card.
And then when I try to put them back, it's 1 at a time, of course. Alright. I don't know how to do this. But I'll put all my gladiators back in the discard pile too. And I'll take the top both card.
And now we would alternate with Machinations arena phase until one of us has 4 glory point. So
6 glory.
6, and you do have 1, 2?
5.
No, there are 6 glory points.
Oh, I must have taken an extra on accident.
Ah, okay. But if I take a glance at the clock, it's 11 p.m. in Germany. I think we could do a little cut here.
Okay.
Yeah, and talk about the game and my experience of the game.
Sounds good.
Ja. Okay, wir machen an der Stelle einen Cut, weil ich jetzt einen Überblick habe über das Spiel. I think I can talk about the game and we can some kind of reflect and ja, wir können ein bisschen darüber sprechen, was mir gut gefallen hat und ich werde es so ein bisschen im Englisch-Deutschen weiterhalten. Okay. I think this is not the part where you are talking a lot, so I just start and probably you react to what I say. And you could probably answer some questions, and then we can talk about the expansion as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah. First of all, what I really like is the theme, and the theme is transported very well, I think, with the artwork. Also, ich finde das Artwork total gut gelungen. Und es transportiert dieses Thema, dieses Gladiatoren-Thema, was ich so sehr mag, sehr, sehr gut. It's everything, Alex. It's the words you are writing, it's the images, the artwork. It's really, it draws me very strong into the theme.
Thank you.
Das gefällt mir wirklich sehr, sehr gut. And I can't talk about the quality of the cards because this is tabletop simulator, but I think the quality of the cards are great. And I want to point out, because I am I already joined the Kickstarter. Probably we wrote in the messenger, and there are premium coins and there's a premium crowd favor token. Correct?
Yeah. And those are all metal in the premium edition, as well as the 2 tokens für diese Arenas.
Wenn wir jetzt, I say it in German, ein paar Sätze über die Qualität verlieren, dann möchte ich einfach mal herausstellen, dass es in der Deluxe-Version des Kickstarter-Pledges, ich werde euch den Kickstarter, den laufenden, in dem ich übrigens partizipiere, auf jeden Fall mal verlinken, die Schwerter, der Helm und die Münzen, die sind wirklich aus hochwertigem Metall und das finde ich halt irgendwie schon gerade in Verbindung zu dem Artwork sehr, sehr wichtig. Okay, let's switch over to the mechanics. What I really, really love is that the game is very easy to learn. You didn't explain the rules to me. I watched 2 videos, but I did not read any rule book. And it is very easy to follow the game when you have this machinations and the arena sheet. And this is great, especially as there is a lot of tactical depth to the game.
Yeah, that was the goal.
That was the goal, yeah.
Yeah, I love, like my favorite game designer is Mac Gertz.
Yeah.
And I think that he's just the best at making games easy to learn but hard to master.
Yeah.
And so I was going for something like that. So it's good to hear that you felt that way.
Yeah, what I really like is it's so easy. You draw to a hand of 7 cards and then you can play gladiators. It's so easy. In the beginning you just play the gladiators that do not need influence, and then you learn, you need that patrons to pay for gladiators like Arbelas or like, how do they call, Traix and Mordax. And so you have you need to have in mind how many influence you have, what gladiators you can afford, and then you need to equip your gladiators, and you always, and this is, I think, the unique selling point of the game to me, because it's a deck building, it's a hand management and deck building games in its core, but the reserve, I did never play a game where you have to plan your arena phase, that means the upcoming phase, with that hidden reserve, and to always bear in mind you have to buy it back.
Yeah, well, that was also part of the goal, to just provide tension where you want to put as many cards as possible in there, but if you don't have enough income, then it'll be completely useless. So it's kind of a Push-Your-Luck.
It's a poker game, ja. In German, ich finde es total großartig, dass es sehr leicht ist, erstmal Gladiatoren an die verschiedenen Arenen anzulegen. That's really cool, the different arenas, Alex, with the reactions you can trigger then. And ihr müsst selber immer gucken, dass ihr genug Patrone habt für die Gladiatoren, und dann, das ist ja für mich so dieser unique selling point, dass ich hier eben verdeckt Karten anlege an die Reserve, aber immer im Hinterkopf haben muss, dass ich, wenn ich die Reserve später zurückkaufen will, dann muss ich eben Coin-Tokens haben, um hier die Karten wieder auf die Hand zu ziehen. Das ist wirklich toll, und da kann ich bluffen. It's some kind of bluffing element. It's on the one hand to push your luck, but it's bluffing as well, because you can also play cards which you do never intend to play. Is that correct?
You can put cards in your resort for free, and you don't ever have to play the ones that you put in there. But every card you put in there makes it more expensive to buy back.
Yeah.
So.
But could I also could I put face down coin cards there?
No, you can only put tactic and reaction cards. Mm-hmm. And then you had a special ability with your arena that allowed you to also put gladiators in there.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to put income cards in there.
Yeah. So this is really, I love that deck building aspect with this economy deck, the gladiator deck and the training deck, and these decks all interact with each other, they do connect with each other. Das heißt, die gehören so zusammen, weil du kannst ja überhaupt nicht die Gladiatoren spielen, wenn du die entsprechenden Patrone nicht hast. Die Patrone haben dann noch Sonderfähigkeiten da drauf und dann hast du eben, wir haben eben drüber gesprochen, dieses Reserve Deck neben deinem Ludus, wo du eben dich darauf vorbereitest, aber Alex, you talked about it, it's really hard to master, to always keep in mind how many coin cards do I have in my draw deck, so that I can buy all these reserve cards back. This is really fascinating, and I think I'm thinking about what I love as a deck builder, as a competitive deck builder, is Netrunner. But I think you can compare Netrunner to this here because you do play completely asymmetric from the beginning, and here you start equal, but you build your deck, and this is really cool, and it's so easy to learn. It's adorable. I really love it. I definitely. You do have my sword, they say in Lord of the Rings, I think.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
it really means a lot to hear that.
Yeah. And is there any kind of I'm thinking about it, a keep up mechanism for the? You turned to be better in the late game now as we played, but. Do you have experiences with situations where one player is better and the other cannot keep up?
I think that it's possible for one player to consistently make better decisions than the other player, because there is a lot of skill in the game. And having played thousands of times versus this being your first play, I had a big advantage because of that.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of catch-up mechanics. The crowd's favor token, that allows the last place player to always take the last turn before an arena phase, and break ties in initiative as well. And then every time you win the lasting glory arena, you'll take a boast card, which slows your deck down a little bit.
That's very important to say, because I think for German speaking people, players, this is important, the keep up mechanism, because nobody wants to win because he is winning in the beginning. So, also es gibt hier einen sehr ausgeprägten Keep-Up-Mechanismus, denn der unterlegene Spieler, der bekommt immer diesen Crowd-Favor-Helm und der macht dann seinen Zug zum Schluss, das ist ganz wichtig, während der siegreiche Spieler aus der Arena, der bekommt hier diese Boost-Karte, die ja sein Deck verlangsamt. This is a very smart decision, I think.
Yeah, that's important to me too. You never want to keep playing a game if you already know that one player has already won. You don't want to go through the motions for the next half hour or hour. So it's definitely important for the winner to be up in the air until the last minute.
Yeah, I think the battle was close. You have 5 glory points, I have 4. Probably you would have won, because I think you have the better setup and the better combinations of gladiators and reserve cards, but it is a close combat. I think if you would won, then you have 6 and I have 4, so I don't feel as a bloody loser. Also ich würde mich nicht als großer Verlierer fühlen, wenn ich jetzt 6-4 gewinne. Correct?
Yeah, I think it was close, and I agree with you. Because I know all the cards and I've played so many times, and I designed the games so I probably know the cards better than anyone else.
Yeah.
I had that advantage over you, but that was the only difference, really.
Genau. Also Alex hatte jetzt natürlich einen Vorteil, ein Advantage, weil er das Spiel designt hat und weil er es kennt. Aber ich muss wirklich an der Stelle sagen, dafür, dass ich das erste Mal gespielt habe und dann mit 4 Glory Tokens rausgehe und dann wahrscheinlich zu 6, also 6-4 verliere, finde ich das doch überhaupt nicht dramatisch an der Stelle. So Alex, you can be sure that I will stick inside the campaign, definitely. I need to have the game. And now I would be interested, probably you can preview something about the expansion. What's the expansion like? What offers it to the game? Because probably there are some people who already know Folklory and are interested in the expansion as well.
Yeah, so we played with a few of the expansion cards that are in the supply during that game.
Okay.
But the expansion also notably adds these 5 champion cards, which we didn't play with.
Yeah.
Each one of these is 5 cards, and they represent the 5 levels of the champion.
Yeah.
You'll start the game with level 1 of your champion, and then every time that champion's in your hand, you get to pay coins based on the next level's cost in order to train the champion at the next level. Or you can play it into the arena just like a gladiator. I mean, pretty much, it's another sort of push-your-luck mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you train your gladiator before the next arena phase? But every time you train it, it goes into your discard pile. So you might or might not draw it in time if you train it.
Cool. Okay. In der Erweiterung, die jetzt gerade ja auf Kickstarter läuft, wo ihr aber auch diesen All-In-Pledge bekommen könnt, den ich mir holen werde, da gibt es zum einen mehr von diesen Karten, die hat er jetzt schon zugefügt. Das heißt, wir haben jetzt hier in den Supply Decks bereits die Karten drin gehabt, aber das, was wirklich neu ist, sind diese Gladiator Champions. Und da gibt es eben 5 verschiedene Champions, die im Laufe der Machinationsphase eben aufleveln können und besser werden. Und da hat man eben auch dieses Gamble-Element, dieses Push-Your-Luck-Spiel, weil ihr müsst halt immer gucken, wie oft könnt ihr einen solchen Charakter aufleveln, der wird aufleveln, der kommt nämlich dann auch in den Discard-Pile. Ich möchte ihn aber natürlich gezogen haben für die Arena und das scheint dann eben nochmal ein richtig schönes taktisches Element zu sein. That sounds great, Alex. I would definitely be interested to test that as well. Probably if you have some time, the upcoming days or weeks, we can meet again because I would like to have a revanche with the Gladiator champions. If you
I'd love to.
Yeah, and probably we can record it as well so that the German-speaking community can see that as well, and probably, and I think we could make it clear and we could show it to the audience how the game works, and I will translate it in German too in a few seconds. If anybody has any questions to the game, please write it into the comments. I will respond to them, and probably, definitely, after uploading the video, Alex can read it as well, and he could, of course, respond as well. So, in German, wir werden uns ein weiteres Mal treffen, da habe ich den Alex schon festgenagelt, damit er mir auch die Expansion erklärt, weil ich möchte unbedingt meine Revanche haben, und wir werden das Video so schnell wie möglich hochladen. How long is the campaign still running, Alex?
It goes until November 16th.
Great. So, wir haben genug Zeit. We do have enough time. The video will be uploaded in a few days. 2 weeks to go then, at least. Also immer noch 2 Wochen am Laufen. Bitte schaut euch das Video an. Wir schneiden da natürlich ein bisschen was raus. Also ein 2-Stunden-Video soll es dann am Ende nicht werden. Und schreibt uns in die Kommentare, wenn ihr Fragen habt. Schreibt uns auf jeden Fall, wie euch das Ganze gefällt. Und sowohl Alex als auch ich werden dann die Fragen beantworten. Wir haben den kurzen Draht zu Alex, dass wir auf jeden Fall alles sofort weiterleiten. Ich bin wirklich hin und weg, ich bin begeistert. Ich liebe Deckbuilding-Spiele. Alex, you don't understand German. I'm celebrating your game these seconds. I really love deck building games. I do play so many deck building games. The most deck building games I play are competitive, but some of them are competitive. The most are cooperative. And this is what I was searching for, and I saw that game, I saw the theme, and definitely I need to have it, and I'm sure there are many people who want to have it too, so we are all interested in the second video, in the Champions expansion, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was my pleasure.
And then I think we will meet probably the upcoming week. We will talk about it after I stop the recording now. Yeah, so this was it, the first impression, a long impression with the on-the-flight Tutorial, ein on-the-flight Regelerklärungsvideo. Ihr habt es jetzt gesehen, die verschiedenen Runden. Ich freue mich auf jeden Fall über alle möglichen Kommentare. Wenn euch das Ganze gefallen hat, gerne einen Daumen nach oben, den Kanal abonnieren, denn es kommt noch ein Video zu For Glory, wahrscheinlich schon nächste Woche. Leute, ich bin an der Stelle raus. Bye Alex, thank you so much.